Hey guys, so I know it's been a really long time since I filmed a video, but it's just that it's really hard for me to film because I film in my bedroom and the only time that I could film is at night, and by that time, you know, everybody's sleeping in the bedroom, so then I can't film anymore. I have a solution for that now. I'm building a makeup slash filming room finally, so I was going to solve that problem, and I'll show you guys a sneak peek at the end, which it's really bare bones, like we barely put up the walls, and it's like a new addition to the house. So I'm excited about that, and I'll show you guys that at the end if you're interested. If not, obviously you could just click out of the video. But the main focus of this video is the IMATS haul. Now, I'm going to share with you guys some things that I learned that I, would suggest if it's going to be your first time going maybe next year. Because I know that when I was preparing for this trip, I was looking at a whole bunch of videos of past IMATS and people's past hauls and stuff like that in order to prepare myself. I want you guys to take something away from it. And that's the discounts, how early you should get there and stuff like that. So let's talk about IMATS for a second. The first thing I think I should say is that I am local. I do live in California and around the LA area, and IMATS is at the Pasadena Convention Center. So that day I woke up at 5 a.m. to do my makeup and get ready and all that, and I went with my friend, so we agreed that she would meet me at my sister's house at 7:45 because my sister lives closer to Pasadena than I do. I live like an hour or so, and she lives more like 30 minutes. So I went to her house, and my friend agreed to meet with me there at 7:45. We left at 8 and we got to Pasadena at 8:23. Now the line to IMATS was already like curving around 2 blocks, so around Starbucks. So the convention center is like right here, like the doors to the convention center, right? The line was going all across the convention center, which is really long, and around the Starbucks. So about 2 blocks. I'm really bad at visuals, but I hope this helps. And we waited there for 2 hours because IMATS on Sunday opens at 10 a.m. Oh, by the way, I went on Sunday, which most things were sold out at some booths, not all of them. Most booths have stock for different days, but some of them don't, so that's something to consider. So we waited in line for about 2 hours, an hour and a half, whatever, until IMATS finally opened. So when they open the door, you go in and you turn in your ticket and you get this band, which I haven't taken off. It's like, plastic and all that. So anyway, so then you get this band, and then we had to make another line outside before they actually let us in. And we were really, really excited once the line started moving because we're like, oh my God, we're going in. And my heart was literally beating so fast. I was like nervous and excited. So once they finally opened the doors and let us in, I ran straight to all the booths, that's so hard to say, that I wanted to go to first. And what I did to prepare was make a list of all the products that I really, really wanted in order for me to just, run to those first instead of like wandering around seeing what you want. So it's important to prepare and kind of know ahead of time where you're going and what you want the most. So here's the list that I made. Again, I'll put a link in the bottom bar in case you guys want to download it for next year or, whatever. But basically I just put like the item and the color and the backup colors, quantity, price, and then I have a actual price column just so that I could remember the prices for when I shared it with you guys. The first place that I went to was Dose of Colors because they did have that limited edition lipstick, which I really wanted. And if they have anything limited edition or that people really, really want, you want to go to those places first. Like Morphe had the Jaclyn Hill palette, but I think they had like loads and loads of those. So anyway, I'm rambling. The point is I went to Dose of Colors, and what I got there was the Black Rose, which is limited edition like I said, and it's the one that I'm wearing today, but it's just like a really deep red. Do I even need to say it? But yes, it's the color of my soul. There we go. So let me just swatch it. I don't need to swatch it, it's on my lips. Okay. So yeah, and this one was actually $20, which is $2 more than what the matte lipsticks normally cost, but that is because it's limited edition. Luckily, like I said, I did plan for it to be full price, so I only went over budget on this item, $2. And the other 2 colors that I got were Merlot and Bury Me, also matte lipsticks. And where were they? These were $13 and they're normally $16. Okay, then I got the Eve Pearl Dual Salmon Concealer, and that booth had like no line at all. I literally just walked up, got the product that I wanted, and I wanted this because I've heard about this from Makeup Geek, who says that this is a really, really good concealer, and I really wanted to try it out. Normally, Eve Pearl Dual Salmon Concealers are $39, and I got it for $20, so that's $19 off, and it's really, really good. I got it in the color medium tan because I wanted something that was just a tad bit darker than my own skin tone, so it could really cover up those dark circles. Since the Benefit one, even though it's like my favorite, it does counteract it, but I feel like I have to really pack it on in order to completely cover up my dark circles. So I think this one will do a really, really good job. I already tried it today and it's super buttery smooth. Like, I need to try it out more though, but I know I love it already. So next I'm just going to talk about Ardell, and Ardell was 8 for $20. So you could pick any 8 items for $20. Or $3 each if you're not going to buy 8 products. And I got a brow gel, and the rest are just lashes. But on Sunday, which is the day that I went, they had like really bad lashes. Like all the good ones were sold out, and I guess that they didn't have a different stock for Saturday and Sunday like most booths do. So, you know, it was just like all the leftover lashes. So mostly like the color impact ones, which are like purple lashes. So I ended up just getting a whole bunch of the half lashes, so I got, you know, like 6 of those, the demis, and then the ones that I'm wearing today, which are the 105, I think. It's not a booth that I would go to again if I was going on a Sunday, unless they are going to restock, but I doubt it. So that was kind of a fail for Ardell. So the next thing that I got was 2 Z palettes, and I got these at the Z Palette booth. So they were $16 each, and then they had like the large size for $20 and the extra large for $22. But I opted to just go for the 2 medium ones for $16 instead of $20. So that was 40% off. The next booth that I went to was Crown Brush, and I got 15 brushes from them. So I got 9 eye brushes and 6 face brushes. I don't know what the exact discount was, but I know that there is some kind of discount there because some of these brushes are like $13, you know, $7, $9, and stuff like that. So already, just in the eye brushes alone, would have been $60, like right about. Plus the eye brushes, some are like $5, $6, $2. So I'm sure there's some kind of discount. I just know I don't know exactly what it is. I went to the RCMA booth, which I originally was going to get the large palette, like the one with all the foundation colors. But I was like, am I really going to use all these foundation colors on myself? Like, no, I don't need it. It's normally $72. That one was selling for $50, but I actually opted for just the highlight and contour one because I've been looking for some cream products to contour with that are more cool toned, because the Maybelline foundation that I use looks kind of a bit orange. Let me just show you guys. So that's really mainly what I wanted the foundation palette for, and I was like, I might as well just get that contour palette. So this is the Maybelline foundation that I normally use to contour. And I don't know if you guys could see how like orangey and warm it looks. And this foundation, and this contour kit has these 2 shades here, which are extremely cool brown shades, which are the ideal shades to contour with in order to, you know, make a really realistic shadow. So there's one of them, and then here's the other one. So I don't know if you can see how much cooler that looks than this one. And this one was $22, and it's normally $30. So the next place that I went to that I really wanted to go to was Atelier, because I wanted to try their Ultra Foundation, and I got the Pro size because it was $27. And it's normally $48 for the full glass bottle. The glass bottle was $38, so that was like $10 discount. And then this one was $27, which I decided to get because I'm just trying it out, so I want to see that it works well with my face. And so far, I love it. It looks like really seamless. It blends super well. It looks just like skin. I'm going to do a more full-on review later on, but so far, I do love this. So the next place I went to was Tarte, and I got 2 things from there. I got the Amazonian Clay Foundation for my sister, and that was normally it's $38, but I paid $20 for it, so that's almost 50% discount. And then I got the primer, the poreless primer, and this was $20 and it's normally $30. And I know that the blushes, because I was looking at the blushes as well, those were $10 and those are normally $25. So Tarte has some really good discounts, and I'm planning to go back there again next year and stock up on their blushes. I just wasn't really, you know, prepared to buy blushes, and blushes are my favorite thing to buy because, you know, I'm not really like a blush person, but they did have some good deals, and I'm definitely trying to use less chemical things, so I'm definitely trying to stock up on more Tarte, but not yet. Maybe next year. And then my biggest purchase was at Inglot. I went there twice just because I wanted to make sure that I got everything on my list before I went to get extra things. I really wanted to buy some new eyeshadows because I know that I only use MAC, and I just stick to like the same colors for MAC that I have. So I wanted to like really, you know, branch out and whatnot. So I went to Inglot, and the first time I got the sparkling dust powder, which I'm so excited about. This was actually not on my list, but when I saw it there, I had to have it, of course, because if you guys were familiar before with the MAC Iridescent powder in Silver Dusk, it was just like a finely milled, extremely shimmery, glittery highlight, or you could use it as a highlight or eyes or just anywhere, but it was so shimmery, and it was just like, that was my favorite product to use as a highlight because it was like bam in your face. And this is exactly the same thing because the MAC one was discontinued. So I've been looking for something extremely similar to that, and I finally found it. So it's the Inglot Sparkling Dust, and I got it in shade 2. They have 4 shades. I chose number 2 because it has like more golden champagne shades, and that's what it looks like. And I'm also wearing it on my cheeks today. Like, it's so reflective, it's crazy. Discount at Inglot was 30% off. So the next thing I got was their gel liner in black, which is number 77. And I just got this because, of course, everybody raves about this liner. And at first I wasn't going to because I was like, I have so many black gel liners. You know, I don't really need one. I feel like they're all the same. But I was like, to test if they really are all the same, I should buy this one, which is raved about so much. So I did. And I haven't tried it yet, but I'll keep you guys updated. The next thing I got from Inglot was their sculpting powder in shade 502. I really like the MAC sculpting powders because they're more cool toned, and I like to use a more cool toned powder for contour versus using a bronzer, just because I feel like it gives a more, you know, shadowy appearance versus a bronzer, which I feel like makes my face look chubbier versus, you know, slimmer. And MAC only had a 20% discount at IMATS, and I get 40% off. Plus the line was super long, and I wasn't going to wait there. Even though if you're a pro and you have your card, you do get the 40% discount, but the line was too long, and I really don't want to wait for it if I order it online because I've been out of it for months. So I decided to try the Inglot one, since I also have to branch out of more, you know, products anyway. So I decided I would give this one a try. So that was a shade 502, and this one was $11. So in the second time that I went to Inglot, I got an under eye concealer, and this is it's just called Under Eye Concealer in shade number 97, and this was $9. And finally, I just got a whole bunch of Inglot shadows because I feel like I've always used MAC eyeshadows and I wanted to branch out, so I decided to go for the Inglot ones. Plus they were $5 at IMATS, and my MAC eyeshadows I get for $6 each, even with my pro discount. So these are, you know, $1 cheaper. So I thought I would give these a try. I got 11 shades, and again, they were $5 each. So that was $55 in total. Plus I got that 20% off coupon. So I'm planning to buy more things online because I definitely love their shadows. They're so buttery smooth, and when I was like playing with them there, swatching them, I was like, wow, these are super amazing. The only thing is that Inglot is like kind of a crazy place to go to at IMATS because like everybody is trying to squeeze in to swatch like all the colors. There's no true line. It's just kind of like people swatching, and once you're done, you like hand them your list of all the products that you want. So if you know exactly what you want, I would say take a list so that you could just hand it to the ladies at the booth. That was my last bag for IMATS. So, you know, technically this is what $384 of makeup looks like. I want to say, if you want something but you're scared of, you know, standing in the line, I'd say just tough it out and wait in the line. Like for me, I really wanted to try the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, but the line was so long. I was like, heck no, I am not gonna stand in that line for 2 hours. But once I got home, because I left pretty early, like at 3, since I got done with my shopping at 2, and then I just walked around for an hour, you know, I wish I would have just toughed it out and stood there. That way I actually had tried the products instead of just, you know, still wondering whether it is, you know, worth the money or not. So that's one thing I would say. The price for the Brow Wiz was $14 and they're normally $21. Flutter lashes are $20. I don't know what the original price of that is. Those are just some prices that I could think of off the top of my head, but I didn't actually go to Flutter or Velour lashes. I was just kind of walking around and saw them. There was no line for those, so you can literally just walk up and like purchase whatever you wanted. I wasn't interested in buying them because they are mink lashes, and you know, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about buying mink lashes that are cruelty free, even though they're like, you know, gentle brushing or what. Like, are you really frolicking in the field with them and brushing their hair? Like, I don't think so. So anyway, that's just my little rant on that. I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. So yeah, overall it's a really fun experience. I would definitely suggest that you guys go at least once in your life. I definitely plan on going again next year because it was just so much fun, and the prices are just like, you know, pretty amazing. So I think I'm going to save up this whole year again, that way I could spend a whole lot of money next year. That's it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you guys found the prices and discount information helpful. Thumbs up if you did. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Remember that wherever you go and whatever you do, always leave your mark. Bye. Just like I said, here's a sneak peek of my new room. Literally the walls are just going up, and the drywall is still being put up. We still haven't finished. We still need flooring and all that good stuff. And it's gonna be pretty small.